Thursday night, Hoboken 6th Ward Councilwoman Jen Giattino formally kicked off her re-election campaign. The event was held inside the Bloomfield Street home of Ruth Tyroller, the Hoboken Board of Education president. Noam Layden, a friend and supporter of Giattino who is a journalist in New York City, pointed to the councilwoman's efforts during Hurricane Sandy as one of her biggest accomplishments. He was also not impressed with the track record of Assemblyman Carmelo Garcia, her opponent in the race, whom he referred to right off the bat as a dope and a cheat.
But I go back to Superstorm Sandy, and that really sticks out in my mind. I don't know how many of you know Jen, but her house was flooded during Superstorm Sandy, so they had to move out. And there she was, helping out everybody else in the community. Taking the time to, at one point, I kid you not, I saw her walking down, I think it was Bloomfield Street, but I'm not sure, with a mop in her hand and some sort of, cleaning agents, and I thought she was going to her house, And she goes, "No, I'm going to someone else's." I'm like, "Go to your house." So really, the constituent service is a lot of what you don't see on a daily basis. She's really done a fantastic job with. And I think if I speak for you, and you're going to speak for yourself in a second, but I think
I much prefer when you speak for me.
I think that's what I can speak for Jen when I say her most proudest moment is not necessarily Superstorm Sandy or some of the bigger issues you see at the city council meetings over the last 4 years. But it is that one-on-one, helping the local business, helping a guy. I know she had some senior citizen who came to her recently who didn't understand the tax changes, and she was over this guy's house for a couple hours working with him. And I know not every city council person has that sort of dedication. So now here we are 4 years later, and I'm going to sound like Donald Trump when I say this. She's up against a guy who's a total dope. Okay, the guy is a freaking dope. Okay, not only is he dope, but he's a sheep. He's a sheep. Now, many of you probably don't know me, but for many years, I was a reporter on the ground here in New Jersey. So I know New Jersey politics inside and out. And this guy's just not a good guy. So we can't let him win. We can't let him take Hoboken back to those days of 6, 8, 10 years ago when everybody had their hand out. So we have to stop him. And
Giattino, who was first elected to the council in May 2011, admitted, without mentioning their names, that Garcia would likely be a tougher challenge than Angelo Dino Giashi, adding there are a number of long-term projects in the 6th Ward she'd like to see through.
This election, I do think is going to be a lot harder than the last one. I think it's really important that each person in this room goes and talks to their neighbors, talks to their friends, gets people out to vote. I don't want to see things go back to the way they were. When the North End development happens, I want to be part of that. I want all of you to be part of that. I want our voices to be the one that's heard. I don't want it to be the person I'm running against. Washington Street redesign, I want to be a part of that. But more importantly, I really want to continue to be a part of all of your lives every day, with you assisting me and me assisting you. Noam is right, it's been by far my favorite thing about being on the council. Sometimes I get a little annoyed when the phone rings a lot, but for the most part, it feels really good to be able to help someone.
John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.